Very good morning to all. I, Dr. Ananta Choudhury, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Assam Downtown University, would like to welcome you all in this practical session. Today's practical is preparation of standard calibration curve of paracetamol. Paracetamol, as you all know, it's a drug mostly used SOS drug, and today we'll able to understand how we'll find out the standard calibration curve, which is one of the most essential part to find out the other parameters like dissolution, in vitro drug release study and all. So calibration curve indeed is the most important part of doing this kind of study. So now uh, let's come to the particular portion, that is aim of this study. Today's aim is only to prepare the standard calibration curve of paracetamol. Now, to perform this study, we require a list of requirements which is mentioned over here. First of all, if I look towards the class of apparatus and all, so we need two volumetric flux, two beaker, one funnel and one glass rod. Coming to other chemical parts, we require paracetamol pure drug powder, phosphate buffer pH 6.8. Different medium can be used, but we are using pH 6.8 for this purpose as mentioned in the IP. Instrument like UV visible spectrophotometer we are using for analyzing this final sample, and one filter paper we are going to use to filter out the content and final sample preparations. So these are all we need to perform in today's practical. And this particular phosphate buffer we can as I have mentioned here, it can be freshly prepared phosphate buffer and commercially available phosphate buffer too can be used for this particular purpose. Let's move to our next slide. Here in our next slide we are going to discuss about the method of preparation of standard calibration curve. This particular method of preparation of standard calibration curve containing a few steps. First, we have to prepare stock solution by taking accurately with 100 mg of that drug powder and transfer the drug powder into the volumetric flask. Now slowly add 100 ml of your freshly prepared phosphate buffer solution into that volumetric flask with continuous shaking and agitation to make the drug completely dissolve. This is our first step, and the prepared solution, that prepared 100 ml solution, will be known as stock solution. Now from that stock solution we have to take 10 ml of content and transfer to another volumetric flask. Now, and onto this we need to add the again freshly prepared phosphate buffer solution up to a mark of 100 ml. By this way we will have our standard solution. Means this is the two most important steps. One is preparation of stock solution, another is preparation of standard solutions. Once the preparation of standard solution is done, then we will move forward for the next and final step, that is called preparation of series of known concentration of sample. Why it is known concentration? As because we already able to know from the stock solution as well as standard solution the concentration state of the solution. Thereby this particular sample preparation can be done in the last stage, where we have to take only adequate quantity of sample like 1 ml 2 ml, and then that particular sample can be utilized for further dilution to prepare the final concentration mark. Now to understand the dissolution the dilution factor of adding of different solvent into the particular mark, we have to move to our next slide. In the next slide I have discussed the stepwise how to prepare the standard solution, how to prepare the stock solution, into what quantity. Now In this slide you can find out 100 mg of drug is transferred into 100 ml of solution to prepare 1 mg per ml concentrated solution. Now that things can be taken place by taking 10 mg of drug with 10 ml of solution. It will be entirely depend upon the availability of drug and the strength of the drug. Sometimes it has been seen the drugs are quite costly. In that cases you can utilize you perform this study by taking 10 mg of drug, even 5 mg or 1 mg of drug. Accordingly the amount of solution where the drug will be dissolved will be going to change. That is called stock solution preparation. Now in case of standard solution preparation, as you can see, we have to take 10 ml of stock solution and dilute it up to 100 ml of possible of a solution what we have used as a solvent, and the serial dilution like 1 ml, 2 ml, 3 ml we have to take and convert the marks up to 10 ml. By this way we can find out 10 microgram, 20 microgram, 30 microgram and 40 microgram of concentration strength of the solution. And if you want to find in different concentration like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 microgram per ml of series, then we have to add different amount of solvent system to do the things properly. It's all about the game of proper dilutions. If you add any sort of concentration you can take or any strength you can take, and with a suitable dilution you can vary that dilution changes. Now here, once the sample is get prepared, we have to go for analysis of those sample. What we need to analyze? We have to analyze the strength and absorbance of the sample. Strength means here the concentration of the sample, that is already known, and we have to find out the absorbance as per the changes of the strength. And this particular to do so we have to use UV visible spectrophotometer. Wavelength of the drug is set as per the monograph mentioned in the standard books like IP. Here we also use IP. Now this is our UV visible spectrophotometer, what we are going to use to do this particular experiment, means analysis part. First we have to on the machine and make the machine ready for the required purpose. Now material have to arrange, and now we have to pipette out our blank. Blank means here we have used phosphate buffer, so phosphate buffer will take as blank, and we have to put inside the cuvette slowly up to 1/3 marks full, like that, as you can see. So we have to fill that cuvette, and now the cuvette have to wrap up properly so that the amount of water which is written should be cleaned. Now this particular cuvette have to now slowly transfer to this area. Here you will find out there is two sides of the cuvettes are available. One is hazy, another is transparent. We have to put the transparent side in a manner where the light can be passed. Now this is the reference, as you can see, this is the reference portion, and we have to now add our sample, so that that particular reference we have to adding to make the system ready for further reading. Now both the pipette is full with the blank. This blank we are now going to place inside the machine. Now once we have placed both the blank, that is R stands for the reference, and here also we have given the reference standard. To make the machine up to the marks means we have to go for spectrum mode now first, then we have to set the wavelength of desired wavelength and the required range, means up to what we have to fix. Then press 2 for the range, enter the value, set auto 0 to have the absorbance at auto 0. Now press F1 for baseline correction. That is the things. Machine is ready. Now we can go for further analysis of sample one by one. So these are overall the process of practice that need to be performed to have a good result. Thank you.